Hey, Steph Infection, what's your favorite scary movie?
Was it Scream 7? I don't know. Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome to Deadsville.
Greetings, Boo Believers. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm your host, Ronin James, and to my left, the lovely Steph Infection.
Hello, Scream Hearts.
Tonight, we are going to review Scream 7 in 4DX. We just got out of the theater and just got back here to the studio, burning the midnight oil, as it's actually midnight right now as I say that, Steph Infection.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm very aware because I have to get up in a few hours.
All right, so Steph Infection is going to stick around. She's going to do the spoiler-free review with me, and then she's going to dip out of here because she's got work in the morning, and I am going to fly solo for the
Breakdown.
spoilery breakdown.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got some gripes, so we'll get there. But before that, about us, real quick, I am stuntman, director, and now content creator, I guess, Ronin James. I've been a stuntman for 20 years. If you haven't listened to the show before, then you've seen me die, get beat up, blown up, shot, crash cars, and TV and movies and all that stuff before, I guarantee it.
Definitely.
And Steph Infection has been in a few things herself. So we also produce Amityville Barbie.
Yes.
We do Deadsville Horror Talk. We have a lot of content that we create. So before we move on to our show, though, please make sure that you like, subscribe, follow. Feel free to shoot us an email and let us know what you think. If you have a movie you want us to review or what you thought of Scream 7, maybe we'll read your comments on our next episode when we hit the mailbag, which we haven't done in a while.
No, yeah, because email doesn't really do great. So message us, comment your questions, write your
Comment
name
on this
after.
episode if you're watching.
That's our best bet. Yeah, don't email. Just comment on everything. Comment. We like them better.
Yeah, comments are great.
Yeah.
Interaction is great. Engagement is key. So if you like the show, make sure you drop a comment and let us know what you think of the Scream franchise. What was your favorite Scream movie? And if you've seen Scream 7, let us know what you thought. All right. Now that that's out of the way, Steph Infection, let's get into it.
All right, you want the synopsis, Vernon?
Give us the synopsis, Steph Infection.
All right, you're never going to guess the storyline. But when a new Ghostface killer emerges in a town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. I never saw that coming.
Never.
No.
A next generation move?
Yeah, no, never.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? All right. So.
All right, well.
Yeah. That pretty much sums it up pretty well. It's, gives us the basic. We're getting a kind of generational reset here, if you will.
Yep. So
still kind of, it's a passing of the torch. We finally get our Sydney back that everybody has wanted, and now we're getting the daughter action.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that again.
Oh, you know what I meant.
So problematic.
So problematic on this show. But you know what I'm saying? We're getting the passing of the torch to the daughter.
Yes. I know, I agree.
The proverbial passing of the torch.
And, so.
So, all right. So our director, writers, etc., Steph Infection, what do we
So our director, is Kevin Williamson, which he was a writer on the original and Scream 2. So we have that going for us, which I will just...
The return of Kevin Williamson.
Yeah, which I will say, I thought definitely saw it through. I saw it through the script. It was,
Yeah, welcome return to the...
nostalgia. Let's just say there's a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, it definitely had that feel of the old Scream movies.
Absolutely, way more than the last two.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. The writers, though, we have Kevin Williamson, Guy Busick, and James Vanderbilt also credited. So
yes.
Not sure what they did in there.
James, who's this one? Guy Busick did Ready or Not.
Oh,
writer.
Nice. Okay.
Did the 2022 Scream.
Okay.
Abigail.
Oh, okay. Scream. I thought I recognized the name. So he's worked with Oh, maybe
Scream 6 also.
Yeah.
James Vanderbilt, I know that name.
He works with Radio Silence because he worked on Abigail and the previous Scream movies. So I guess he's a holdover and helped write on this one. Interesting.
James Vanderbilt was a producer on Zodiac. And producer of the Scream 2022. I guess it's the 5th one. Independence Day Resurgence. There's some Scream 6 also. So they're the newer
the
kind of writers with the old one. Yeah.
Movies teaming up with the OG to create this new movie to take us into the next step of the franchise.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's jump into our cast.
So, obviously,
the return of Neve Campbell.
I know.
That's the big name here.
Yeah, which was
Sidney Prescott Evans, as she is known here.
Mm-hmm.
Now we didn't find out and this, did we Google it? Did we find out if
the husband?
So Joel McHale plays her husband, Mark Evans, and who was what's his name's character from Scream? Are they retconning that?
I don't know. Let me see.
Patrick Dempsey's character.
Mark, what was Evans? Let's see. Usually has a played by. Yeah, that's the same character.
It's the same character, so.
It looks like. Are you seeing that?
Patrick Dempsey, Detective Mark Kincaid.
Yeah.
So
different last name.
Yeah, so here we go. So, and I'm not sure if this is retcon or not. I guess
what is
it
retcon? I don't know what that means.
It means they redid the lore.
Okay. Just slightly?
Yeah, they just changed it around because this is Patrick Dempsey played Detective Mark Kincaid in Scream 3. He was set to reappear as Kincaid in Scream 4. However, he declined due to the filming of Transformers Dark of the Moon.
So I'm wondering if them giving him a different last name means that we are supposed to go, all right, it's a different character, but because it's a different last name.
Yeah.
So he's still a cop, but it's the same kind of storyline, so it kind of like falls into that.
Yeah, Sydney's got a thing for cops, apparently.
Yeah, I would say they're different people. Like, I would go with that.
I guess, and the same first name as well? I mean, Mark?
I mean, nobody ever has the same first name. That never happens. But that's what I mean. It's maybe like you don't really know what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I question too, because...
I would have rather them just recast it and kept the same name, honestly.
But I think this is maybe they kind of did, they just changed the last name and kind of, and again, like I said, retconned his whole character's existence. So we just kind of forget about Mark Kincaid and just go, he was always Mark. What was it?
Evans.
He was always Mark Evans.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It could go either way.
The daughter's dad, so it's not like it was the stepdad. He was the actual dad because she calls him dad.
Yes. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, interesting. We'll have to wait and see what the creators say about this. The two Marks, a tale of two Marks.
It's probably like we recast it. We wanted to switch it up a little. I don't know.
Sydney and her Marks.
Make it a little bit different.
Sydney loves cops named Mark.
Yeah, apparently.
He's got a type.
Definitely has a type.
So we had Courtney Cox returning as Gail Weathers. Mm-hmm. And, she was good.
She looked a lot better than she has in the last few years. Like, her face, I thought she looked really good.
All right.
What do you mean, all right?
No comment? I'm not allowed to comment on women's faces.
Okay, well, I can comment on her face, and I thought she looked great.
Knock yourself out. Isabel May was the newcomer to the franchise as Tatum Evans. Mm-hmm. And Tatum, a interesting name choice to name her daughter Tatum.
That was her best friend.
Yeah, and it's talked about in the movie. Obviously, it is explored and it is discussed in the film. So
of why she was named, like the daughter has an issue with it. Maybe at one point. Yeah,
we don't have to get into it all, but
we're not.
It's for reasons, and they explain it, it actually it's worth noting that she's named after her, and it makes sense when you go and you watch the movie. So and when everything's kind of laid out, but it also makes sense how everybody kind of reacts to it too. Mm-hmm. So it's an ongoing thing, which. Yeah, it's interesting because it is kind of morbid, but at the same time, it is her. Well,
how many people? We literally so many parents name their children after dead relatives or best friends. I mean, it's a memorial, so it's not that far-fetched at all. Most people do that.
Brutally murdered, though, and
what's the difference? That was your best friend that died.
I get it. All right, moving on.
Yeah,
we had the return of the Martins, the Meeks Martins, Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Mason Gooding. And Mindy didn't annoy me this one.
No, totally not. She was.
I guess the writers figured out how to write her.
Well, she looked. I don't know. She looked more mature too. She looked a little bit more like even as her character, not even just like the actual actress. Like she just looked like maybe she grew up a little bit in the franchise and also in like she just was not annoying at all. Because we went into this going, oh, Mindy better.
Well, again, it could be the writing. I mean, it could be the fact that she's just better written as well. The writers that that Kevin Williamson wrote a better character for her. I will say, that's something to touch on later. They were decent though, and I kind of liked how they're worked into the franchise now. I won't give anything away, but it's a good way that they bring everybody together. To kind of all play in this sandbox. We had Anna Camp as Jessica Bowden.
You know from
The Neighbor.
I know from Pitch Perfect and some other stuff.
We already discussed Joel McHale as Mark. And then, a cast of like the
We
Friends
got Ethan
and stuff.
Embry.
Ethan Embry, who people would recognize.
Preston. That's right. Every single time. What were we just watching? That it was the.
Well, Can't Hardly Wait.
No.
Is the one. And then,
that's he's
Empire
Preston.
Records was his big one.
Wow.
Another one of his big ones.
Yeah. Even though I saw that first, I still think it Can't Hardly Wait, and I always have to say Preston. Or he's obsessed with Mandy. That's where my brain goes to every time with him. But no, we were just watching a short the other day.
Oh, we were watching Masters of Horror.
Yeah. And he was
the old Masters of Horror series, and he was in the season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, so it was funny. I was like, whoa,
good episode.
twice in 1 week.
Yeah. We had, and the young cast is pretty good. I'll mention Asa German, I guess is how his name is pronounced, who I know from Gen V. And he's been in a couple other things as well, but Gen V is really the one where I know him from. He was good in this as like the creepy, real, like true crime.
Yeah.
Devotee, true crime like addict.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Randy
like a
with a spin.
With the true crime, yeah.
It's like he's all in knowing of that kind of
and he
lore.
obsesses over Sydney, obviously his next door neighbor.
Yeah. So other cast, we'll just say without any spoilers, we do see Matthew Lillard.
Yep.
We do see David Arquette.
Yep.
We do see Scott Foley.
Yep.
And some other ones.
We got a few.
So there are some.
And we could also mention Roger Jackson is the voice once again.
Oh, yes.
While he's returning.
Yeah, that's very cool. But without spoilers of how we see them. So.
Yeah, cast was really good, I thought, for the most part. I enjoyed pretty much everybody's performances. It wasn't necessarily the cast that I had issues with. It was more in the, some of the execution, but we'll get to that now. So let's do our spoiler-free first takes.
Okay.
You're up first, Steph Infection.
Of course.
Ladies first, of course.
Of course. You should usually go longer. So I hated the last two.
You know what? Before we do that, why don't you do
Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah, that's right.
Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah. All right. So Rotten Tomatoes, so far, this is opening night, but people have had...
Yeah, there have been advanced screenings and critics
stuff.
have gotten to see the movie, obviously.
Yeah, so the Tomatometer, which is the critics, has a 39%, which is lower than I thought. But the audience popcorn meter is 74%. So, which I think it's a little bit harsh on the critic side. I did read a couple comments, and you can maybe get into that later. But I get I guess, where they're coming from. But overall, I knew the audience would come out on top with this.
Yeah, you figured the audience's score was going to be favorable, definitely more favorable than critics. They usually are on these movies, and the audience for Scream movies is pretty, they're pretty loyal. So they're going to show up and they're going to defend their franchise.
So going into this, you have to remember, this is the 7th movie in this franchise, okay? And the last 2, even though I was reminded today that we did have fun with it on our reviews that we did for 5 and 6, there were so many more problems with those. I went into this with a little bit lower expectations, but I was excited to see the cast, so I was wondering how they were going to make this cast work. I felt that it worked. I think there were, obviously, we called a couple things early on, so some things were very predictable. The nostalgia of this and the feel of, like, the fun slasher, you're laughing, you're kind of like scared of, the jump scares and stuff, but it's kind of like, Ghostface was always kind of more comical. It was like, I'm going to run and I'm going to trip and fall, and then you're going to, someone's going to just pop out, and then there's always going to be more, and you don't know where they're coming from. Like, all of that was very, you kind of knew exactly what you were getting into. I thought the storyline was very straightforward. We kind of knew there was, like I said, I wish some things weren't as easily kind of guessed early on. But this is our 7th one. We kind of know what they're going to do. There's a formula, yeah. I will say that there was something in the ending that I did not appreciate, and I'm sure Ronin will go into it later when I am not here. I thought it didn't fit, but the entire movie up until that one point in the end, I had so much fun with. Like, I loved the people that I saw. I loved the cast. I loved some nostalgia, bringing back between, and this isn't going to, spoil anything, but like wardrobe even, or like one-liners, stuff like that, like things that were just said that brought it back to the original one, because Nev Campbell hasn't been in it for a few of them. So it kind of all felt like, this is where I want it to be. This is where I want to see this go if it's going to go to 10 movies. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But overall, I recommend go see it. I had so much fun in the 4DX too, because it was moving. There was like fight scenes, which obviously there's going to be. And I don't remember feeling those blows to my back. Was that in the original? I don't think in Send Help
Like the wind, you mean?
No,
actual punching.
Actually punching in the back.
There's a concussion.
In Send Help, we did not get that at all. I did not feel it.
I'm sure we did.
Well, I didn't feel it. This time I felt it. I felt it a lot. So that was fun. We did have some annoying people behind us that were talking the whole time, but other than that, it was really fun. I give it a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10.
6.5, maybe 7.
Yeah, because of the nostalgia.
All right.
I think I would say 7, just because I had fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Fair enough.
So that's mine.
All right. Well, I'm going to be a little more harsh of a critic on it, because but I still did enjoy it, and I still really had a good time.
How many times did we clap?
Oh yeah, I felt like that again. Kevin Williamson brought back the essence of the original 2 movies here. You really felt like we were back with a real, a scary Ghostface who moved fast, who was on top of his opponents and like relentless. We had some really creative kills in this one. Some really creative kills. There were some things that I was like, man, I never thought of doing that. That's pretty impressive. The characters were pretty well fleshed out. Some of them didn't do as much. I felt, again, like our twins. They were in there, but I felt like they kind of just, the purpose that they were in there was good enough. I still felt like they were just kind of shoehorned in. They didn't have a whole lot to do.
Yeah, but it was okay.
And Yeah, and I don't want to give too much else away from that. Let's see. The stunts I thought were really good. There was like some chase scenes and some fight stuff and breakaways. Like they always do a good job with the breakaways in Scream movies. They don't skimp when it comes to close quarters fighting and struggling. They recognize the first thing that I, as a stunt coordinator, say anytime I go into a space where they're like, yeah, we're going to have a fight here. I'm like, okay, what can we break? Because that's the first thing that's going to happen. If people are fighting for their lives, they're going to break shit. Stuff is going to get destroyed. They're going to use things as weapons. So there was some good stuff in there. There was some good chase stuff, some good tension, some good camera work, really good stunt fighting and struggles. What else? I'm trying to think of the positives before I go on to the couple things that I didn't appreciate. I loved all the nostalgia of it, too. I really did like the way that they worked in all of the cameos. I thought that it made sense, and especially in today's day and age, I felt like it was a smart way to write them all in and not make it seem too far-fetched or too forced or cheesy. I felt like it I thought it really worked the way that all played
one
out.
in the beginning, you really didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah.
You didn't know. We had an idea, but
absolutely.
You didn't know.
And it was great to see all them back. Matthew Lillard, awesome performance as always. He was awesome.
Oh, I love him.
Great. Every time he popped up, he was killing it. He was just chewing up the scene. It was amazing. So yeah, that's the good. And again, all the actors, great job. I will say that my biggest complaints are going to come from, once again, some writing issues where some characters make some decisions that I find questionable, and I'll get into them in the spoiler section. You can believe that, but yeah, that's where this movie kind of loses some points for me because there's other ways to write around it without making it so dumb.
Yeah.
Like there was ways you could have written it and made it more believable and to me it just left me scratching my head a couple times. And again also I felt that the ending didn't quite work for me. Also, I called one thing right away.
Oh, we both did.
As soon as we meet one of the characters, I'm like, yep, boom, yep, that
person.
Yep.
And there was still a twist added to that, however, not believable.
Even when when they laid out their backstory, I knew exactly what was going. I was like, this is like you're telegraphing this. This is so predictable. I know, and I guess also partially because of it's a certain actor. I guess, like it's a known actor. So when you have this known actor pop up in this little bit part, you're just like, oh man, what's this actor doing? This little bit part.
I feel like that's a spoiler it's just a spoiler within its own. But it's not. It doesn't end there.
It doesn't end there.
But I kind of wish it ended in another way.
I wish it ended different. And I'll get into it in the spoiler section. But I will say I wish it ended differently. That's my biggest complaint is the ending just kind of fell flat for me. The movie up until the ending, there was a lot of it worked really well for me. I thought the opening was awesome. Yeah. The opening that we see in the trailer, I thought that was awesome. You see a lot of that in the trailer. If you've watched the trailer, it's the
Airbnb
Mocker house is being used as an Airbnb and the couple visiting, and yes, shit goes south.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun way to open the movie. But yeah, through the whole movie, we really don't know, is Stu alive or isn't Stu alive?
Yeah, the whole movie.
So I thought they did a really good job with that as well. And aside from the one scene that kind of played in the middle, where I get what they had to do, they had to get something had to happen with a certain character, but they just could have written that one better. That one just fell flat for me. But other than that, the movie cooked pretty well until the end, and then it really just kind of, I was just like,
I will say, without any spoilers, it didn't make sense to me. Like I had more questions. I was like, wait, what? What? That I have a lot of questions, and I know I'm not going to be here because I have to leave for the spoiler.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of questions with that ending.
Yeah, I mean, the ending was... there was just, like, way too much...
I didn't know how we got there.
And there was just, like, way too much exposition during the ending.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I get it. Villains have to, like, reveal their evil plan and lay it all out at the end. But holy shit, it was
didn't
like
actually make sense.
It was some super convoluted stuff.
Yeah,
so that was to follow it while they were.
And I thought I missed something in the last couple movies.
Yeah, I had to go back. We had to check and see if the character was in some of the old movies.
I
missed something
because that would have made total sense. But no, not that I saw. Unless I'm totally missing something. I don't think so. No. So it's kind of just a storyline that I was like, we probably could have gotten here with somebody else
with a better ending.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the ride.
It was a lot of fun. So much fun. When we got
to the destination, it was just like,
yeah. But I
guess
I'm in it for the next one too. Like I'm in
absolutely.
it, and that's what I'll say. We can wrap up so you can get into all these spoilers and stuff. But
well, let me give my score here.
Okay.
And I do a scale of 1 to 5, so I don't do these big numbers. I do.
Oh, no. These big numbers. 10, 10, so big.
I go with. I'm gonna go 3.25.
Oh my gosh, why are you gonna be so weird and like
I do a
difficult.
Scale of 1 to 5, and I do increments of quarters. That's how I run my scale.
I know. I do it like Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, well. I do quarters.
Okay,
I quarter my tomatoes.
So whatever, if somebody wants to convert that for us.
So if you want to call it, it would be
no, we don't need
6.5.
So it's what I said. This is exactly what we did the last podcast. You had some weird
7.5.
I absolutely did not rewind the tape. No.
Your score was 7.5.
I did not. I said 6.5, maybe a 7.
That's right, you did. You said 6.5, maybe 7. Yeah.
No.
All right.
So
we're right
same as last time. I know.
All
That's what usually happens.
Well, I'm definitely at a 6.5. I'm not. So I would.
I said I would go 7 just because the whole beginning nostalgia. I really like. I just had so much fun with even like Matthew Lillard and Stu kind of being there, and that's not really a secret. We knew he was going to be in it, but little things that happen with that. I just had a lot of fun with that. So. I felt all the feels that I did not feel the last 2 movies. So that's why maybe I would go like a 7 just for nostalgia.
The spirit of Ghostface was definitely back, and the spirit of the original movies was definitely back in this one. So.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Both recommend it. Oh, and 4DX experience.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. And it wasn't, we didn't wear 3D glasses.
Yeah, there was no 3D in this
one. Which kind of,
fun.
I liked it. I liked just being in with the seats moving and everything without having to wear glasses.
The water spraying was fun this one because we had some more blood.
Yeah.
And there was, some more gruesome kills. The last thing we saw was Send Help, and there was some blood and gross stuff in that one, but this one definitely had more.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were moving the whole time. More. Yeah, so
there was wind blowing around, and
I would say go see it if you.
Knocking,
oh my gosh, we were really moving, especially in the fight scenes and stuff.
Well, that's why it lends itself well to it because it's a lot of physical struggle, like. And that's one of the cool things that I've always liked about Ghostface. He's not a Michael Myers or a Jason where he just overpowers his victims. Like, there's usually a struggle, which lends itself to
there's
stunts.
some human behind it.
There's a human
always,
in the mask.
And it's always a little bit comical, like where you get knocked out and you're there and...
I will say we did have him taking a lot of shots to the head in this one again. Not as bad as the last 2, where he was getting hit with like a cast iron skillet and like and the giant glass ashtray in the head, where he would have been concussed.
Well, listen, you gotta. That's right. You gotta be a little bit more forgiving with.
I think at one point he gets hit with a meat tenderizer in this one.
Listen, this one was way more believable than a 5'2" girl killing Dewey. Okay, let's just say that.
Way more.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right, we're going to wrap up at the spoiler-free section now. So, we both recommend 4DX once again. It's like a ride. It's like riding the movie.
Yeah, and if not, just definitely go see it in the theater. It's so much fun in the theater.
And we're going to hold off on doing our candy review. Since Steph Infection's going to get out of here, and I'm going to do the spoiler talk myself. So we'll save our adventures in snacking for the next episode, and we'll have something gross that I'll probably freak out over.
Oh, definitely. It was my idea, too.
All right, Boo Believers, stick around if you want to dig in and dig deeper with spoiler talk. With just me this time.
I'll leave the shovels for you.
Thanks, Devin.
You're welcome.
And if not, go pause now and go check out Scream 7. And after you do, come back and listen to the rest of the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And stay spooky.
Bye, Scream Hearts.